Hello.
I don't do lives very often, so do I
That's
have to put
okay.
the camera on over here?
No, you don't have to. You do whatever you're comfortable with, my friend.
Well, I'm just not sure how to do it, so I mean, let me
That's
see.
fair.
Okay.
We're just sharing this out right now. How are
Oh, here we
you?
go. I got it. Oh, there we are. Save. Okay. All right, here we are.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Let us do it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Let me just see. Let me see if I can share that.
Oops.
Let's see. Oh boy, guys. Shh.
Look, you're going to hear it from my house too. I
My God,
guarantee.
my dogs, they always go out. I had a cuckoo clock too. I had to shut it off. I said to my husband, this thing's going to start cuckooing because it makes a lot of noise. He's like,
Yep.
just stop the pendulum from swinging. I'm like, oh, okay.
We used to have one of those too, and it was loud.
Yeah. We have a lot of cuckoo clocks and
I
most of
love
them are
that.
shut off except for this one.
Nice. That's exciting.
Me too.
Got a bunch of audiobooks today. I love that. Audible's doing a 2-for-1 sale right now, I think.
What?
Yes,
Audible?
I thought I saw that. They were doing the 2-for-1 sale.
Wow. I have a subscription to that Audible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do well with Audible though, to be honest with you. I have to read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can like if it's like a self-help or psychology type of book, I can do that. But if it's
Yeah.
like a story, I get
No.
lost in it. I can't I can't do it.
I never used to stuff your earbuds day. Yeah. I never used to be an Audible person. And then about a year ago, I downloaded the graphic audio um, for Fourth Wing because I
Hmm.
kept hearing all the clips on TikTok. And I'm like, I need to listen to this book. And I really haven't looked back since because now I listen to a lot, which I'm old. So I've literally have gone probably 30 years just reading a book instead of um, listening to them.
I can't read books either. I have to read on Kindle because I can't see anymore, as you
That's
can
fair.
tell.
Yeah, like my Kindle, I learned how to make the font bigger on Kindle, and I was like, man, that just made me feel real old. So,
Well, wait till you get a little older. It gets worse and worse. You learn
oh, I'm telling you.
bifocals.
Mm.
Yeah,
Luckily, I don't have bifocals yet, but I know that day's coming.
it does. It does.
I know it's coming. Okay, welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I don't even know what time it is, honestly. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Look.
I'm just going to apologize right now if you hear my children. They are awake. They got a stern talking to before I came in here. I said, do not touch this door. Do not make a peep.
Yeah,
You are quiet.
Zaylen was trying to get me to come into the kitchen, and I'm like, just go in the kitchen and get yourself an apple. Just go get it. Just
Yeah.
go get it, buddy. And so he went and got it and came running into the room, and he ate it. And then after that, he fell asleep. Only he
Yeah.
had like half eaten apple and fell asleep with it in his hand.
I remember those days.
Yeah, these kids are something.
It's just exhausting and tired. So now that they went to sleep early tonight, so I get to do some more reading
That's good.
and some peace and quiet.
Okay. I love it. Yeah, it's I usually put the podcast on the iPad so I can control it. Hopefully it doesn't kick us off this time.
I know.
It did last time. It just TikTok decided to shut down on us, so that was exciting.
I know they do that a
Hopefully-
lot. I don't get
It
it.
was so rude. I was like, what? Because I don't know if you do lies, but if you, after so long, it puts up a puzzle piece, right? And you have to like move the puzzle piece to show that you're active. And I did. And it was like success. And then it said you're disconnected because of an activity. I'm like, then why'd you do the puzzle piece? Like,
Oh, yeah, no, I don't do lives. People have asked me to do them to read
yeah,
the books,
yeah.
and I honestly don't think I could read these books without getting kicked off of TikTok
Oh, you
because there's so
would
much
100% get kicked off TikTok.
dark matter in the books. I don't wouldn't even know how to read them. I'm like, I can't really read them. I don't even know if I even have
Yeah.
5 pages that I could read, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think TikTok would kick you off.
Oh, yeah, they would, because a lot of people say, "Can you read it? Read the book, come on live, read it." I said, "You're not gonna be able to read the book. They're gonna kick you off."
That's the best kind of book, in my opinion.
Well, and then they're like, "It's that bad?" I'm like, "Yeah."
It's that good. Let's
There's
rephrase that.
a lot of dark themes in there. So, yeah.
I love it. Okay, let's do this, shall we?
We should.
Welcome, DM Hunt, to the Reading Room After Dark podcast. We're so excited that you're here.
Thank you.
Yay. She is, in case you don't know, she's the author behind the Unhinged series. It's a 2-book series. First book is Unhinged Obsession, and second book is Hunting My Obsession. And she's a lovely human being. We're so excited that she decided to join us tonight. Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got some questions for you.
Sure.
Hope you're excited. They're nothing too crazy, I promise. Okay, so what made you decide to start writing?
Okay, so I'll be very honest. I used to write when I was younger,
Yeah.
but of course, like you, I had kids and life get in the way and get married young, and you had to put that on the back burner. I used to just kind of write a little bit. And then, like, I think it was 2 years ago, a year and a half when I wrote the first book. I
Mhm.
was reading a book on my porch and I came in and I said to my husband, "This book was so bad. I'm just going to write my own damn book." Right. And I wasn't even really serious about it. And I was like, it's just a book, I'll just write it because I like certain books and what I write is what I like to read. And, so I ended up writing it and then it took me a long time. It took me about a year to write it. And then the wrong manuscript went out the first time. That was a nightmare because it wasn't edited. So I didn't understand what was going on. And when I went back like a month later, I was like, "Oh my God." So I had to take that down. I had to do it over in Amazon. And there's a certain way you can do that. You have to PDF it, put everything down. Oh my God, what a nightmare that was. So now there was like 1,700 books that were downloaded. So now when I go on Goodreads, they're very brutal on there. Sometimes I'm like, "Oh
Oh,
my God, they got the wrong me."
oh no.
And I felt that I was literally going to take it down. I was
Yeah.
going to just cancel it. And I said, "You know what? It is what it is. I'm not looking to be this big famous author. I like to write because I just like to write. It helps with I have anxiety and I like to write."
Yeah.
So I just left it up there. And then eventually, with the newer one, because if you have an old copy of it in your Kindle, that old copy is going to show up unless you refresh it to the newer edition. Like, and I wasn't even getting it. I'm like, "Where is the edition for this? This is crazy." But anyway, to make a long story short, I was like, well, it is what it is. And I just let it go. And then a lot of people, they either hate it or they like it. That is it. There's no in between here, you know? So that's why I started writing. I just did it as kind of like, eh. And then I got really serious about it. I was like, wow, I gotta really write this book, and it took me about a year to write it. It's a lot of pages. It's very thick.
Oh yes.
Someone was supposed to, one of you were going to do the 10 chapters. I'm laughing. I'm saying, "You're probably not going to be able to finish that." It's a
It
thick
was
book.
yeah, it was me. I'm still stuck on 24.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to read. It's a lot of pages. I didn't realize it was that thick, honestly. And I ended up having to make a second book because it was that long. And Amazon only, they'll only print out up to, I think, 600 pages for this size.
Yes.
Right.
So that's why we ended up with the hunting my obsession. And I don't think you got to that book.
Not yet.
I don't.
No.
Oh, well, that's even darker than the first book. So good luck.
Look, I'm of the opinion the darker, the better.
Yeah, the second
That's
one is
that's where I
really,
fall.
really, really dark. Yeah.
So is the second one, is it like more of like with Atlas and Kitlin as well too, or is it?
No,
No,
no. The first one was basically about him and her. If you notice, it was more of that. It didn't show a lot of what he did. Like, he's very, the a professional,
right.
and it didn't show a lot of that. It just showed them like their relationship evolving and a little bit, how bad he was and how obsessed he was. But then the second one is where, and everybody knows it anyway, because it's been all over the podcast, all over TikTok. She got kidnapped and it was her and her friend, not just her. And the second one, they took her to Mexico and it's very, very, if you look at the reviews, I didn't realize it was as dark because I'm used to reading dark.
Mhm.
And some of the people were like, it's really, really, really dark. And I said, is it that dark? And I didn't think it was that dark. I mean, I read really dark books and they're like, yeah, it's really dark. So it is a lot of stuff in there. What they would do. I mean, you can't sugarcoat what that is.
Right.
But it does have a HEA, though it does. And there's real good revenge in that too. Really good revenge.
Mm,
So that was the best part was the
Yeah.
revenge. Yeah.
I love a good revenge
Yeah.
twist.
Yeah.
I love it.
I really liked writing the bad guys too. I do like that. What does that say? I do like writing the bad stuff. It comes natural to me.
We love a good villain. We love that
Love-
stuff just like makes the plot go. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta have that. And
Yeah.
especially the dark genre.
Yeah.
If to me it's not, everyone's got different opinions of it, but to me, to make a good, robust, dark romance, you gotta have like the true villain, the true
Mhm.
life dark moments, right? Not just dark fun time moments. You
Right.
need life
I
dark
love the
moments.
plot twists, the
Yeah.
twists, the revenge, the touch her and die type,
Mhm.
like type of tropes. So it's like
Yeah. You have to make it realistic, and
Yeah.
and there are triggers in it. And some people I put the triggers in the books and some people are like, oh, there's a lot of backdoor in there. I can't give it a 5 because there's a lot of backdoor in there. So I gave it a 4 and I'm just laughing. I'm like, oh my. I mean, I put the triggers in there. So you gotta read the triggers because some people do get triggered on that, and I
Yeah,
understand.
they do.
I do,
Yeah.
I get it.
for me, I just skip the trigger and I just go
I
straight
do.
to the book
I
because
don't.
it's like
I don't either. I'm a true
I don't
crime.
care what the triggers are. Like I'm just gonna read the book regardless of whatever the triggers are. And
Same way.
towards the end of it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what did I think of it? Do I give it a 5? Do I give it a 3 or what? So
Yeah.
I'm just more of like diving straight into the book and just completely just walk away from the trigger warning because I just want to read.
Yeah, I don't read the trigger warnings either, not in any books. I mean, because I like true crime. I mean, I
Yeah.
love true crime and I watch a lot of ID, and
Yeah.
some of that stuff is really bad and it just doesn't bother me. So the books will not. No, it's not a problem. No.
I like it. Okay, so what's your writing process like? Is there a favorite part that you like, a least favorite part that you have? How does that look
Um,
for you?
I don't really think so. I like all of it, I
Mhm.
guess, I mean, because you want a story in the beginning, then you want the middle and you want a good ending. Um, I know that the way the tropes, especially romance, everybody usually wants a HEA.
Mhm.
And people get really, really ticked off. And I thought about that. I was like, my third book that I'm reading now, I'm like, ooh, should I do a good zinger there? And I said, oh, you better not do that. But like there's some books out there, that there wasn't an HEA. And boy, I'll tell you, people get really, really upset about that. It's kind of like watching a movie. When you get into a movie and you really like it and then it has a really terrible ending and you get really upset,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. So I guess I like writing all of it, but I do like writing the villain parts more than the good than the good
Yeah.
parts. I just do. I just like it because I like reading it. I
Yeah.
can't explain it, but I just do. Like Hector in the second book. I mean, the second he was really bad, and I had a lot of fun writing him. It was really fun. Even Atlas in the first one, he was rotten too, and I had a lot of fun writing him too. You know.
It's like I just like love the way how, like his story came and like how it started out in the beginning and the way how he is now. And it's just like, okay, he's like a gentleman, but at the same time a bad boy in the
Yeah.
book. So
Yeah, and who doesn't like that, right? You always like that. That's a good
Right.
fantasy. Yeah, absolutely. You want that bad boy, you know what I mean? And I'm not in real life, not that bad, but I mean,
Right.
most women, I mean, we like that stuff, right? So it's fake, it's fantasy, it's fun.
That's right.
oh
Reading it. Yeah,
Why we read. Away
exactly.
from things that happen in real life. So when you write, is it um I feel like we've talked to a lot of people who kind of they say that they have it playing in their mind, like the story plays out in their mind. So they have a structured way that they write. Or do you just sit down and you just wing it and it's just chaos? Like
I
how is
wing
your
it.
style?
I
You
don't
just
structure it at all. I don't,
yeah.
I think about it. What I do the editing. Okay. I had an editor and it didn't work out very well. And that's how my manuscript slipped through. And I said, you know what? I'll just do this myself. But when you're editing a book, it's a lot. I've read them. So I even know like parts of the books from my head because
Mhm.
you have to edit. I'm talking 10, 15, 20 times reading it. Speechify reads it back to me,
Mhm.
but I have it in my head, but I have a good memory. I remember pots. Like I'm like, oh no, this didn't happen in New York. This happened in Florida. So I have to go back and change it. Um, I'm not I'm not a plotter. I mean, I plot it here, but I am more of a pantser, and the book just takes me wherever. It's really strange because I'll start changing my mind in the middle. So it's taken me so long to write this next one because I changed my mind with the plot. But I definitely some people have boards and I do
Mhm.
write some things down, like, who they are, the names and stuff, because you kind of get messed up. But they'll have boards with pins with different scenarios. I could never do that. I can't do that. I just can't. I'm not that organized.
someone that we just interviewed, and had like sticky notes and, like, writing stuff down on sticky notes and kind of like pinning it to where it need to go just to kind of like fulfill the story and stuff.
Yeah. Editors do that too. But see, I write in Atticus, which formats. So I write in Atticus, and this is exactly how I do it. I write in Atticus and I open my computer, then I download it, I format it into an ebook, and then I'll read it on my iPad.
Mhm.
So when I'm reading it, I can see the mistakes, and that's how I fix it. Or I'll listen to it on Speechify and I'll fix it that way. I can't really look at it in Atticus and fix it because I don't see it.
Right.
It's almost like looking at a Kindle book, and the worst part about this is when I do read books, I'm constantly correcting it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get into other stories, and I'm like, "Oh, no, wait a minute. No, no.
Mhm.
That shouldn't be that way." It drives me nuts. I don't know why I'm like that, but that's what happens. I can read it, and I'll be like, "Oh, no, that's not good right there. It's terrible." Maybe I should become an editor instead. I don't know. I'm getting really
I
good at it at this point.
I feel that. I am uh my friends jokingly tell me that I always have a red pen handy
Yeah.
because I am naturally I used to be an editor in college.
Uh-huh.
I went to school for journalism, so like that was all kind of like ingrained in my brain.
Yes.
And I have not been able to lose that trait.
You don't, and
I
I'm the
just
same
can't.
way. Yeah, you can't. I was reading, I just started another book, and I'm not going to say the author or the name of the book because I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Is a famous indie author who just released a book. And I liked her first two books. I did. I read them after I wrote mine.
Mhm.
And people actually compare mine to her books. And I'm like, I don't see it. But anyway, I did read the book that came out. It was hard for me to read it because to me, I'm older. So when I'm reading something that's very, very like young, I can't really connect with it. It's hard for me to read that way, so I just couldn't get into that one. But I like older authors like Anna Zares or Pepper Winters or those women that came out with the dark genre years ago, like 10, 12 years ago. They write some really good books. And that's how I started reading it and I ended up writing them.
Cool. I like that. I get that. Sometimes it's hard to relate to characters.
Yeah, it is. I can't do like, college
Yeah.
or things like I just can't do it because I'm old. I mean, I'm not young
Yeah.
anymore. If I was 18, I probably would love it, right? But I'm not. I can't put my mindset there and I try to. I just can't do it. And there's a lot, there's a lot of girls on, they're young and they like that
Mhm.
stuff. And that's wonderful. I can't get into it anymore. I'm way past that college stuff.
Get that.
The hockey romances, I can't get into those either.
Yeah. I
I'm
get that.
sorry, I can't. Yeah.
Look, you like what you like, and
Yeah.
there is 0 things wrong with that. That is reading is such a personal thing and
It
such a
is. Yeah.
personal preference that you gotta do what you gotta do. You read what
Yeah.
you want, what makes you happy. Who
It's
cares
true.
what it is? If you
Yeah.
like it, read it. If you don't, don't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone has a different opinion. As you can see, some people hate the book. They're like, oh God, no. And other people love it. It's so, it's fun to see how everyone has different tastes, Oh, no, no, I can't do this book. No, 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 no.
Yeah,
Oh, I love this book. It's wonderful. It's just, it's interesting.
yeah, I love that. Okay, so when you're writing your books, do you feel like you write yourself or people that you know into your books?
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah, there's some of me in the book. Um, some of me in that book. And matter of fact, my friends read it and they're like, "Oh my God, that's a lot of you." And I don't realize it, but they're like, "Oh my, I know that's you." Like some of the sayings are me that I
Mhm,
say, like the smart Alec remarks or whatever. Definitely yes. And I do write some other people like even like Tuna was
mhm.
my friend's cat name's Tuna, and I thought it was the greatest name, Tuna. I like, where did you get that's such a great name? So I ended up putting the cat in there as Tuna, Tuna the cat, and I thought it was, that's where I got that name from. And some names I put like last names of people I know, but not the first names. It's hard not
Sure.
to separate everything, or your personality from the books. It just does come out. I think. I think it does for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a personal endeavor to begin with.
Hmm.
If you're writing something and it's your baby, like it is part of you and you are putting that out there for the world. So to me, it makes sense that you write yourself into it. You write what's around you, what's familiar. Like I feel like it would just naturally bleed into that. Like to
Mhm.
me, it would.
Yeah. I think a lot of writers put their personality in it. Well, then I get people that come up to me and say, "Do you do that stuff in that book?" And I start laughing. I'm like, "Come on. No, I don't." But I'll tell you, if if something like that happened, I think most women would be like, "Yeah, buddy, get out of here." You know what I mean? Like, you know how bad it was with Atlas in the beginning. That was, you know,
Right.
Right.
awful. Like, get out of here, but it's just fun to write. And they're like,
Right.
"You write that stuff? You must do that." No, that doesn't mean that I do it. No, of course not.
Right.
You know?
And
Yeah.
even if you did,
Right.
so what?
It's no one's business anyway, but I just find it funny. Like they say it to me, "You must do that," or I just laugh. And they're like, "Well, you writing about it?" I said, "Well, yeah, because I like reading it. I can write it. You have to
Right.
research it. It doesn't
Right.
just come naturally. I had to research that stuff.
Yeah, my husband's like the same. He was like, "So you read it and you write it. How come it's not?" I'm like actually interested in seeing what happened. Like in
Yeah.
bed. I'm like, "Well, I'm already in bed by then, so it take too long."
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. So how did you come up with the idea for the Unhinged series?
Um, I was actually I was, watching and I do a lot of this when watching things.
Mhm,
Like, I have all these ideas. I have, like, 6 different books going. Like, I just started putting manuscripts together just a little to go back to,
mhm,
but I was watching something ID about a guy who was stalking,
mhm,
and I read a lot about stalking. I watch a lot of it. So I said, "Oh, let me write a book like that." Cause that's what I've always read. Again, if you go back to Pepper Winters, there's a lot of stalking in her books, or Anna Zare's, she has a good book. There's a lot of stalking in those books, and I always like them. So I decided, that would be a good book for me to write. And I didn't realize I could write this. I thought I had to write like historical romance or something.
mhm.
I didn't really even know there was a top genre out there until I found it. I had no clue until I went on social media and saw it. I said, You can actually write that stuff? So I got real excited. I said, Oh, I don't have to write all this Harlequin stuff. I could actually write this good stuff
Yep.
and it would be great. So that's how I ended up doing it. I thought when I started writing the book, I was going to do historical because I do like historical.
Mhm.
But that's a lot of work too, and I was thinking, and then I was watching what I had to say. And I have another book, Annabella, that was historical. And when I read that and I read this, I'm like, whoa, this is really different. I mean, that book's been it's been sitting in Google Docs now for like 3 years. And when I went to look at it, I was laughing. I'm like, no way. This book is compared to that. Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, everybody loves a good stalking book. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
that's like, I think that's like,
Yeah, I do. I love it. I think I mean, again, it's no different than like Game of Thrones or Netflix movies. You know how people get like, oh, those dark books, you get they have a bad reputation. You know it. I know it. But I always say to people, you watch Netflix, look how bad Game of Thrones is.
yeah.
People watch it,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yep.
it's no different. It's just a book. And that's how Game of Thrones came about. It was a book and they made a movie out of it in a series.
Yep.
So that's how I just explain that.
I like it. So who's your favorite character and why?
In the books,
Mhm.
I I do like just one character. Or do you want me to name a
You
couple?
can tell me as many favorite characters as you want.
I do like Atlas. I like Atlas. Kitlin's good. She's pretty strong. I like her character. She's not too wimpy.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love Hector, the bad guy in the second book. I just do because he's just so rotten and he was just a fun character to write. I did enjoy writing that one. I liked writing that whole book because it was just all very dark. The whole book was dark, and I really liked that one. I did like that. I liked writing that one. So
Right.
anybody want the dark book, they come to me. Hey, can you write this?
So is Hector like, will we be able to like see like him like in the first book of Unhinged Obsession? No.
No. Now at the end in the end there, is it the epilogue? It's the epilogue, right? It's the one in the end.
Yeah.
There's a prologue and an epilogue. Okay, I'm getting
Yep.
confused. It's the epilogue. So
Yep.
it will tell you at the end. If you look at the epilogue, that's going to tell you the next book.
Ah.
And you'll see what happened to them and where they are. And he walks in there and he's just a real booger bag. He's really just mean, he's very, very mean. And I don't know if you had read it, the second one, but I did get most of the people come at me with the second one and they're like, wow, that was just really emotional. Cause it is, there's a lot of there's sad parts in it. There's a lot of sad, one of the girls gets it a lot worse than the other. I figured, the main female character got it real bad in the first one. Let's give her a little break in the second one, not do it so bad. So Becca came in and, Becca, and then there's Layla, so there's a few women in that book under Hector's rule that, he just basically, it's interesting. I personally, I really like the second book. I do. The first one was my first one, but the second one I really like. I actually read it after not reading it for like 8 months. I read it last week and I was like, wow, that is just really tough. And my husband's like, did you write that? I said, yeah, I did. He's like, who are you? I said, I was reading someone who's like, oh my God, Dawn. My real name is Dawn. I write under a pen name. He's like, that is so bad. And I'm like, well, it's a book. It's good. I like it. I do.
Does he read your books?
No, he does not. No, my father wanted to read.
Oh no.
Dad. I said, Dad, honestly,
love a
my kids
supportive
won't
dad.
read it. They will not read the books. And I don't want them to. I'm like, it's up to you because I'm writing that. I'm their mother. Like I have 2 daughters and they're like, no way, Ma, I can't read that. But their friends read it. And my older daughter, her friend kept sending her excerpts of the book. And my daughter's like, I don't want to read it. Get out of here. Stop texting me that. It was just funny. But my father wanted to read. I said, Dad, seriously, come on, man. He's like, I said, hey, go ahead, read it. He did. He never said anything about it.
He's probably like, I can't
He was in
talk to her about
shock.
this.
He didn't even say anything about it. I said, oh, go ahead if you want to. My sister's like, go ahead, read it, Dad. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Yeah, she doesn't read them either. She's not into it. She gets too nervous. She's like, I don't like that stuff. I said, all right. Fine. She likes, the Harlequin stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wants me to write one. I said, I don't know. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can. I don't know. It might be tough. But yeah.
So would you be like, would there be more to like the Unhinged series, like as far as like for like Joey character and their brother, what Zach, I believe.
Zach.
Was, like,
There's Zach. I have gotten a lot of requests for Jacob and Becca. A lot of requests for those two. So I probably will. I'm coming up with a plot, and I came up with a really good one. I said, "Well, what can I write about? I mean, we were already kidnapped. We were already, we've been through the mill. What can I come up with?" So I spoke to a friend of mine. I said, "What do you think about this idea?" And she goes, "That's a really good idea. If you read the second book and pay attention to it, you'll see you might be able to understand like where I could put that plot." But I was definitely thinking after the Mafia one to do a Becca and Jacob one because everybody keeps asking me about that. They're like, "Can you just do that?" When I asked readers, "What did you want me to write next?" and they wanted the Mafia one. So I said, "I'll try." I've never done Mafia. I mean, I don't read Mafia. So I had sent it out to a couple of readers and they liked it. So I guess it was okay. They liked it. So I'm like, I had to research the Mafia. So I don't read Mafia. But I'm probably gonna do Jacob and Becca. I think they'd have a great story. You know,
Yeah.
'Cause she was pretty traumatized. So I think that'll be a good story.
I do love a good mafia book.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. A lot of people
Mhm.
like Mafia. Yeah, I was like, "Really? I didn't realize that." I've never ever read a Mafia book. Not a one.
Really?
No, never.
I love them.
Always stalking and trafficking and all that stuff. That's what I've always read, but not the Mafia one. So when I put it out there, let's hope it goes it does
A
okay.
lot of a lot of the mafia ones that I have read are dark. So they have like the stalking, they have the trafficking, like there's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of like those themes are also in the mafia themes.
Uh-huh.
They're just
Mafia, right?
mafia men
Yeah.
instead of regular men.
Right.
So but I do and mafia is probably one of my top genres.
Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot of people that I talk to through Facebook and stuff, a lot of readers, and they're like, "I keep getting, are you done with the Mafia one?" I'm like, "I'm so sorry it's taken long, but my
Oh,
granddaughter moved up here from, it's been busy." I
yeah.
said, "I'm gonna get it done, I promise, but I want to get it done. I want a good book. I don't want a crappy one. I can't rush because then it's gonna be
It time to.
right. It's gonna be fooey, and I don't want to go through that again. Not with the first manuscript nightmare. I'm good,
Right.
please."
Pass.
Right,
Not again.
exactly. Yeah,
No
but
thank
there is
you.
traffic in the Mafia one. It's a little different,
Yeah.
and, I'm trying to make it I don't wanna make it into a duet. I'm trying to squeeze it all in a standalone. I'm really trying to do that. I have a very bad tendency to make books long. I don't know why, they just keep going on and on. The second one here, Hunting, wasn't bad. I think it was 400 pages. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But the first one's almost 600. That's a lot of pages.
They have it right here with me.
Oh, yeah, I have one too. I have it in actually hardcover. The hardcover is really nice. I
Yeah,
like
I got the hardcover too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. I got the hardcover, yeah. I'm gonna be doing another giveaway soon anyway. I do a lot of those. I don't know if everybody sees it, but I do, I promote them, and I send out book boxes.
There's 518 pages on this one.
Oh, is it? Yeah, 518. Wow.
I like them. I like them thick.
Yeah.
Still, it's
Oh, yeah,
good.
a lot of people do. They like them thick, yeah.
Yeah. So when you're writing, do you feel the emotions and the things that all your characters are going through? And if you do, how do you process that? Especially since you're writing those darker, traumatic scenes. Do you have a process for that? Do you have, some people just need to like walk away, take a minute, process. Like, what does that look like for you?
Sometimes I do. It depends. I was a little like the second book got me. I think the first one I was a little I got a little emotional when they got together after he let her go.
Mhm.
And then he went and grabbed her out of the club because she wasn't listening and she was all, drunk on the dance floor, whatever. And I was like, it was nice to do that. And I did make him very soft towards her. Um, you know, I do get some of the emotions, but I don't get a lot of the emotions.
Mhm.
I notice I'll get more emotional when I step away from the book and look at it after the fact. Because when I'm in it all the time, it's just after a while, it looks like words, you know? And then, like, when I went back and read the second one, just recently after 8 months, it was pretty emotional. Like, it was like, wow, these poor girls. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, sometimes, yeah. And how do I process it? I just, I don't, if I get a little teary eyed or something, it usually just goes away. But like when I'm writing it, I don't get that emotional writing them. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I can feel the character, but I don't like fall apart. Now I can read someone else's book and bawl my eyes out. That's the weirdest part, right? Right, because I've never
Right.
read it before, right?
Right.
So yeah,
That
definitely.
probably different when you're in that moment
Yeah,
writing it out, like, you've got it plotted, like, you know where it's going, right? Like,
right. It's not a
you have the
surprise.
direction.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're reading somebody's book,
Hmm.
you don't always know which way it's gonna go. You don't know how those characters are gonna turn out. You don't know what their ending is gonna be. So I can imagine it's a different experience just
Yeah.
because the situation is different.
Right, because I do know what's happening,
Right.
and, like I said, if I go back to read it, it's a little bit different. Like the very first scene with the DV in the front
Mhm.
of, Unhinged Obsession when Atlas was little,
Mhm.
that's a pretty it's a pretty emotional scene,
Yeah.
and I had to put that triggers on there because it does trigger people,
Yes. Yeah.
and, but, you kinda feel bad for him as a child getting, what is his
Yeah.
father doing that and stuff, so but for the most part, while I'm writing it, I don't get too emotional.
Yeah. I did love his redemption on that one. But
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, he does. I'm one for 2, you'll notice too, if I'm gonna write. Revenge
Mhm.
is big for me in the books,
Right.
always revenge because they deserve it. Consequences,
Yeah.
I always like to try to make that real good because I think people deserve that when they're rotten like that, so definitely.
Yes. I agree. So which character was the most fun to write and which one was your most challenging to write?
I think Atlas was more challenging to write for me because he had to be 2 different people.
Mhm.
He had to be mean and, that bad boy as a, professional person there. And then he had to be soft with her eventually and become more emotional.
Mhm.
So that was more hard. That was harder for me to write, where Hector was easier because he never changed.
Right.
He didn't have anybody he loved. Even his brothers he was mean to. So I would say Atlas was definitely more challenging to write than Hector. And Hector was, like I said, more fun for me to write because he
Yeah.
didn't have to change. He was easy to write because he stayed pretty much the same throughout the whole book.
You got what you got with him. He
Right.
had no
Exactly.
different.
There was no
I love
change. Right. Exactly.
cool. So what tropes can your readers expect out of your books?
Well, stalking, kidnapping, morally gray, trafficking, and what else? What do we got there? Very spicy. Yeah, I'm good for the spice too. That's another thing. Yeah, some of them are real spicy. Definitely Unhinged is very, very spicy. It is extremely spicy. The second one isn't as spicy because it's more of, trying to get them out of that
Yep.
predicament. But even the mafia one, it's spicy, but I made it a slow burn.
Yeah.
So it's taken time to get there, you know.
Mhm.
But definitely some spice and, definitely morally gray. It's always going to be like that for me. And just that type of, I like to write that type of character, basically. I see some authors, that's all they write. They have like series, like 17 books in a series. I don't know how anybody could write that much in one series because I'd have a really hard time trying to make it interesting for each character,
Yeah.
but they end up doing it. I don't know how they do it. God bless them because I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
I think it'd get boring for me after a while, because I don't know how you can keep switching characters like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, that would be hard to do.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I feel like that would be hard. And even like as a reader, it's super daunting to start those series.
Yeah.
Like Um, I'm a huge fan of J.R. Ward. She writes the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, which has like 20 some odd books. Like there's a lot of books.
Yeah.
She started it 20 years ago. So,
Right. Right.
there's I've been reading it that long. Like
Mhm.
I've been a lifer, if you will. But
Uh-huh.
it's hard. Like not every book is gonna hit. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? There's books that are really awesome, but then there's books that sometimes you tell are like just the filler books and
Yeah.
that they have a purpose. They're just not as, you know, as good as the other ones. And
Yeah.
the longer your series are, I think that that is more likely to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I think it would become very repetitive for me trying to change like the characters. I mean, you can only have so many characters with the
right.
same trait, right?
Yeah.
Before people get bored with it.
Yeah.
And that would probably like I can probably do Becca and Jacob, but then I'm probably gonna be I could probably do Joey too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brother.
That's
He would be fun. I think he would be fun to write. Yeah, he would be fun to
I just
write.
love his little smirkiness when he was like, "Why do I gotta watch Caitlin? Like, why do I gotta watch her little
Yeah,
sex slaves?" Like,
yeah.
no.
He's definitely got my brother's personality, but yeah, he would be fun to write. I could definitely do Emma, male on male. That's not a problem for me, any of that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you read what was in Unhinged Obsession. I mean, I don't know if you got to the part with Johnny Boy yet, but that was a pretty bad scene. But um, yeah, I definitely could do that. But then after that, I think I would be done for that series. I wouldn't do Zach because I didn't find him an interesting character. He was okay, he was nice, but
Yeah.
I don't think I would go that far.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I get it.
definitely.
What's your favorite trope to write and why?
It would be probably the stalking type
Hmm.
and, trafficking. I don't know why I like to write trafficking. I just do. I think that well, for one, it's a real thing that happens in the world, and, um, I think it's easier to write stuff like that to make it make sense
Yeah.
because when you're kidnapping somebody, usually I don't know, like, it's just if they're trafficked or something, you can save them. It makes it interesting because in real life, everyday life, if you're just like how are you just going to kidnap somebody, without being a morally gray
Right.
person,
Right.
that type of thing. I always like that. I do like stalking. I do like it. I like a good stalking book. I do. I'm looking to read one. If anybody has any recs, it would be nice because I haven't found one in a while.
Have you read Lights Out?
I did read Lights Out. Yes, I have read that one. I've read a few. I did like Collard. That was a good one by I can't remember the girl. She was an indie author. I really like that. She's still in my library. I read it twice. I loved it. It was about BDSM, but it was really good.
Sorry, that was loud. I do love a good BDSM book. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
A good one. She wrote a good one. I really liked it. I
Yeah.
I did like it. She that's the only book that she wrote that one and there was a second one and I can't remember what the name of it was. Leashed, I think it was. It was Collared and Leashed. And
Yeah.
I read both of them and I really I really liked the books. She didn't have a lot of like reviews or anything on Amazon, but I loved them. I thought they were great. I was
I
like
love
these
that.
books are good. Yeah.
Nice. I feel like I've heard of those.
Yeah.
And I can't think of what her name is either.
Paula, oh my God, Dickinson or something like that. I can't remember her name right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But if you want to read a good BDSM book, read that one. It's very, very, it's good. There's some
I'm
parts
gonna
in it
check
that
it
are a
out.
little over the top, but it's generally a pretty good book.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Good.
I liked it. I read it a couple times. I liked it a lot.
I love that. I love that. Okay. So which one of your characters would absolutely ruin someone's life in a good way?
I think Jacob and Atlas would do that. Both of them because they're both morally gray but like you'll see in the second book is where Jacob is going to come in more. You'll see
Yeah.
him and he's going to be very, very nice to Becca. He takes care of her in the second book and helps her out.
Yeah.
And he's just as bad as Atlas. And there's a lot of violence in the second book too.
Mhm.
It's pretty, it's pretty explicit, the violence, and it just shows them who they really are, but then there's another side to them. And there's Yara's in the second book too. Yara, the one that likes Atlas, she
Yeah.
comes into the second book too.
Mhm.
People thought that it was gonna end differently than it did. They didn't realize, like, they didn't know who took her. And
Mhm.
then they were pretty surprised when they found out who did, and yeah, because everybody thought Yara was going to let her out the bathroom window, and I said no. I said I didn't do that. Because he said don't. He said lock the window, make sure And a friend of mine is like, I thought she was going to leave it unlocked so she could get out the window. I said no, I didn't put it in there. I said I didn't do that. But I knew somebody was going to think that for sure.
I actually, it's funny because I was actually thinking that she probably was going to like leave it, like, leave it open just so that way if, Caitlin would
Get
land,
out, yeah.
then at least Yara can like try and make her way to, to be with Atlas. So that's
Yeah.
what I was like thinking when I was like reading it. I was like, oh, she's just gonna leave the window open.
Everybody thought that. And I said I was going to do that, and I changed my mind, but I left that part in there. And I said, it's too, everybody would guess that. But no, that didn't happen. And then Johnny, that character was pretty interesting, the one that was with Kitlin in the very beginning. And that's when he ended up going there, and that's when he took her, because Johnny was being fresh and naughty, and that just wasn't going to work out for him. So, yeah. He's in the second book too, by the way. He is in the second book.
Lonnie is.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
Okay. So what is something that your readers tend to obsess over about your books that you didn't see coming?
I'm not really sure what they obsess about. Like, one girl just said to me, "Oh my God," when he went after her in the woods, or caught her in the woods. And
Mhm.
just started laughing. When he got her in the woods, I would say probably, I think they just like the bad boy aspect of it. You know what I mean? They just like that bad boy character. That's basically, I think, what they like, in the stalking part.
Mm.
Um, Not too, yeah, I don't know. Not too obsessive. And I guess they did like Kitlin too. They felt bad for her, but they liked it because she was kind of strong. She had a mouth on her and she was pretty good. I think she was a good character. You know, I didn't want to make her too submissive.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a good plot if she's too
Mhm.
submissive.
Right.
Yeah.
She was really a good character. At first, I was kind of like getting a little like frustrated with her because I'm just like, girl, just come on now.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, like,
Sometimes they
the more
can
that I
do like,
kept reading,
yeah, yeah,
the more that I kept reading, and I was like, oh, okay, so she's taking it. She obviously has a trauma from from her past. From when she was from her mother. And I was like, okay, well, she's very strong. She's trying her best. She's like trying to and figure out a way to like, okay, if I stay good, I get to keep my cat Tuna. And that was really like my favorite part. Like she was able to keep the cat because at first he was just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna give Tuna away to someone else, and I'm like, you can't get rid of a cat.
I know. I got a lot of stuff on that. A lot of flack about that, about the cat. Oh God, I hope she keeps the cat. I hope you're not mean to the cat. Don't hurt. I would never put that. I would never hurt an animal in my book. So don't ever think that's ever going to happen. I couldn't do that because I know first it would piss me off.
Right.
And, but I was getting a lot of stuff, a lot of feedback from that. Don't let him get rid of her cat. And I was like, that would be a good idea. Like I thought about it. That would be a reason for her to submit to keep her
Mhm.
cat. Because, animals are like your babies. I mean, my dogs are.
Right.
You love your animals, right? And
Yeah.
so I thought that was a good way to have her to calm down and stop mouthing off to him so much and being rotten, and being fresh. So it did work out, I guess, for the best,
But I actually love that part. Like she was able to like, okay, if I calm down and actually listen and obey him, I get
Yeah.
the cat. So if I mouth, then he's gonna like get rid of my cat. So
You know.
I gotta behave.
Yeah, that character he was fun to write too, though. He was so, I don't know. He had a lot of debauchery. He was just really, he was just a real, what I'm trying to say. He's just bad.
We love it.
Yeah, he's really, really, he had a big kink problem. That's for damn sure. I would read it to my husband a little bit, and he would just be, he would say stuff. He actually put a few words. Like he didn't read the whole book. He doesn't even like to read,
Yeah.
not them type of books, But he did act. He actually helped me with a few, like the the weapons and stuff like
Mhm.
that. How to describe them because he's an NRA instructor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, what kind of weapon do I use for this? And he helped me with that part. What to use that would work and how to bust the door down without the bullets coming back in your face. I'm like, how do you even do this? So he did help me with that. That's about all he put in for the input and some real, he had some good wisecracks, but other than that, it was okay.
Well, that's helpful though, because you're going to have people who are going to say that's not realistic.
Right.
That's not how it's done. So you know that people are going to say that. So it's good that you have that resource for you right there. That's handy.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to make it as realistic too, like,
Yeah.
because, you can't use a weapon and all of a sudden it just blows the doors off at hinges and it doesn't. You know what I mean? That 22 is not going to do that, right? I
Right.
guess a 22 is gonna, no, it's not. You need like a
Right.
shotgun or a machine gun for that, right?
Right.
So yeah, he was very helpful with that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Now these are random fun questions.
Yeah.
Favorite drink and snack while you're writing?
Oh Lord, you know what? I only drink water. I'm a water drinker. That's it. But my snack is the worst thing for you is Cheetos. I eat Cheetos, and they're so bad and chemically rotten
Yep.
because of that orange stuff in them. But I just love the Cheetos, so I do eat a
Now,
lot of Cheetos.
the puff ones or the skinny crunchy ones?
Okay, I used to like the skinny crunchy ones. I changed over to the puff now. I like the
Yeah.
puff a little bit better. It's always the puff ones. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get. It's a bad addiction with those Cheetos. I'm telling you, I gotta get off them.
Look, they're good though.
They
We
really
get they're so yummy. We've got
They are good, but when you're typing, your fingers are
oh
all
yeah.
orange. You know what I mean? It,
Yeah.
it gets all the crumbs all over the front of me. I'm like, I need a bib. Like this stuff is all over me.
My kids love the Cheetos, and
Yeah.
literally their fingers are Cheeto fingers, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like
And the orange never comes off.
No, it doesn't.
They
You have to
always go
scrub
for
it.
those bags.
Yeah.
Always. They get the snack bags, right?
Yeah.
From the pack lunches. And they'll dig to the bottom of the box because that's where
Yeah.
they are. They put
Yeah.
those on the bottom of the box. They will dig to the bottom of the box to get these. And then all of a sudden they'll have the orange over their face, on their
Yeah.
hands, and I just stare at them because it doesn't come off. And I'm
No.
like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
You
Stay
can
away.
get a little orange hue, definitely. And
Yeah.
then it gets all stuck in your teeth, and your teeth
Yep.
are all orange, and you got to floss them. Yeah.
Yep.
And I eat them, and it takes the cleanup is it's a little rough, but sometimes it's worth it. I haven't had them in a few days, but I really got to stay off because it's just
they're really good, especially the flamin' hot ones are really good. The flamin'
yeah. And a lot of people like that. I don't like spicy food at all,
I
and I
don't
hate the hot ones. I could never eat those.
so,
I couldn't
but
even.
yeah, I mean they're really good when you eat sandwiches with them too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. My girlfriend likes them. I can't. I don't eat anything spicy. I hate spicy food. Hot.
I mean, for me, it's like a hit or miss. So it's like if I'm really craving spicy, then I'll get it. But sometimes I won't. I mean, like, oh, okay. After I eat like maybe one or two, I'm like, okay, this is too spicy. I can't eat it
Yeah.
anymore. So and then I have to like go back to the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most spice I get is salsa mild. That's it. And even that's too spicy sometimes.
Same. I'm with you. I'm
Yeah.
a wuss.
Yeah.
Hardcore. I can't do spice. I'm too much of a baby for that. No, thank you.
No, it makes your mouth numb. It burns your nose. It's like you want.
Hurts your tummy. Like, no, thank
It's
you.
just not good. And then I don't even talk about the fire that comes out after. No, I'm not saying
Right.
that. I'm good.
Exactly. No,
And
thank
I'm
you.
sitting in the bathroom waiting to be like,
It's a Taco Bell flush.
That's right. That's the dang truth. Okay, what's your all-time favorite book?
Okay, my all-time favorite book would be Twist Me by
What's that
Anna
about?
Zares. It's an older one. It's
Yeah.
a series. It's a trilogy, and it is a really good book. If you've never read it, go read it. You'll like it. If you like stalking and that bad boy, I like that. I read it like 3 or 4 times.
Mhm. Who's it by?
Really, really good book. I do like it. Anna Zaires, Zaires. She's an older author from like 10 or 12 years ago. I found it in one of the book, the reading, like, the book clubs or something. Somebody had said it. And a lot of times I'll go in there and I'll look and I'll say, oh, for Rex. And
Mhm.
I guess I read it. I probably read it the first time like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. It came out in 2012. That and there's another one, Captured in the Dock. That's another one. I can't think of her name, but that's an older book too. That's a good one too. That was a really good one. So those two are pretty much that. Like I've read them a few times, and of course, Collard. I like that one too. But Twist Me, good one.
Cool. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, I think they're on
Mm,
KU. I think they're on
My
KU.
my my
Yeah,
TV bar is just getting bigger.
I know.
I know. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? I have so many books in my whole. I don't have a little Kindle. I use it on my iPad because the little Kindle, the white, I can't see it that
Yeah.
good. So I put
Mhm.
it on the iPad, and I'm going down my library. I got so many books in there. It's like, oh my god, And try to read. I don't have
I
time to read
saw
them.
like what was it on Facebook that someone uh, I can't remember who it was. It was on like in the group that I was looking at, and someone had put on there that an older person had lost 16,000
Oh yeah, I seen that.
of her ebooks
Yeah,
because someone had
crazy.
hacked her Amazon account and
Yeah,
went.
yeah. And she lost. She had a huge collection. Did you see the books that she had?
She had like I think what 5,000 books,
A lot of books in
five or
her
six
house. It was
thousand books, and then she lost, and then she has 16,000 ebooks, and she's
yeah that they took.
3 years old.
Yeah, she's pretty old too. She was up there. Yeah, I felt bad for her because she was really upset about it.
I'd be
People
upset
collect
about that too.
books. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people collect books. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't read the books anymore, but I know a lot of people. I've always read out of Kindle. I
Mhm.
don't have like a big bookshelf like most people do. Like some people will say to me, hey, where can I get this or can I collect this? I like the cover.
Yeah.
And again, this is my first book I ever read. I don't know about covers and stuff. I'm like, you really like this? Did you like the book because of the cover? Yeah, I
Mm.
want the book because I liked the cover. I said,
Right.
okay, there you go.
I still
The
kept
trophy books.
I still
Yeah.
kept the box when I got the box giveaway when I won it. So
Yeah, the box is nice. Yeah, the
yeah, I
box.
love the box. I was like, okay, when I get my bookshelf, I'm actually gonna put the box in the
Yeah.
bookshelf with both the books, like on there, so that way I know like, oh, okay, I won this from a giveaway. And so yeah, so I'm just like, I kept it, so it's not going in the trash, it's not going anywhere. My husband was like, why don't you just throw it? I was like, no, 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 no.
It's
You
the
took
same theme. Yeah, it was a good theme.
your
Yeah.
Xbox away.
I took my box.
Right. Everybody has their hobbies and what they like to do. Yeah, the box is really nice. I like the box. It,
I
it came
love
out really good.
really pretty.
Yeah.
And it's like I love like that, like the rose, like the dark rose and stuff. And it's like basically like how like my tattoo is. It's like
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, when I came up with the book, Nikki Grace is an author. She's got a lot of books. She does the covers. So I found her on Facebook and I explained what cover I wanted to do. So she made a bunch of them. When I ever saw that, I said, oh, that's the cover I want right there. It was perfect. It's just a perfect cover. It came out so good. It was
it's
really good.
like it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
They are nice covers. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
She does a good job. If you're ever looking for covers, and she's very affordable. She does good covers.
Oh,
What's her
nice.
name?
She makes them herself. Yeah, she does. She does them all herself. You just give her the description and she'll do it.
What was her name?
Nikki Grace, author. She's an author.
Okay.
She does covers and she does a lot of good covers. She does pre-made too, but I like to make my own. Like I like to give her the idea. And she's an indie author too. She has like I think 20 books, I think. I read one of her books. It was pretty good. I can't remember the name of it, but it was pretty good. Um, but yeah, she's got about 20 books.
Who are some of your favorite authors?
Um, like I said, Anna Zares, Pepper Winters is definitely one. Um, Kathleen E. Widowis. I don't know if you know her. If you're older, you would. She does historical romance. She did The Wolf and the Dove, one of my favorite books of all time. Considering what I write and what she wrote, because she wrote it in
Mhm.
72. I got that book when I was 15 from my
Mhm.
boyfriend, right? He bought me a little book. And it was the best book I ever read. To this day, it is my favorite book. It's called The Wolf and the Dove. And it's it's a historical one, and again, he came over, conquered, took her, and she was really part of that village and stuff. It's really, really good. Of course, there's no spice or anything in it
Mhm.
because you couldn't write that stuff back then.
Right.
But it was good. It was a really good book. So I read all of her books. Thought they were pretty good. And who else do I like? I don't know. I can't really think about. I think honestly, out of all of them, I read a lot of Pepper Winters, her books. I don't know if you know who she is, but she has a lot of books. She's been around a long time.
Nice. Do you have any advice for anyone aspiring to be an author?
Um, I'll be very honest. Um, if you want it as a career, I'm not looking for it as a career, to be honest with you. I have a career.
Mhm.
I would say writing the book is easy. It's marketing the book that's tough. Very,
Yeah.
very, and it's expensive. It's very expensive to market the book. Because, I've done the research. I mean, Amazon gets like 5 million books, like they have like over 5 million books. They come in tons of them a day. So if you don't market it, and I get this in a lot of the groups, like author to author, well,
Mhm.
how can I get my book looked at? And most people, they're writers and, they're on a budget or they can't
Mhm.
afford to do that. I mean, I'm going to be honest, it costs a lot to market the books. I've only written this book a year ago and I market the crap out of it. I give it a break, then I'll do it again. So if
Mhm.
you see the same, like if I'm putting stuff out there, that's because I'm promoting the book. I pay for the
Mhm.
promotion. Um, and I did it on Amazon, and that's one of the things. And if you don't know how to format, Atticus is a formatter. It's a great tool. It does all your formatting. It does everything for you. It is the best. It's $147 for a lifetime, and it has everything in there that you could do. It formats your book. You can get all the different things. It comes out beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you. Now they had a lot of glitches when I first bought it, but it's come a long way since then. And I would say definitely to do that. And another thing, if you feel like you can't write it or you feel bad that you're not going to get good reviews, who cares? It is what it is. You got to take the chance, right? I mean, believe me, my skin was broken a little bit, but I get over it, right? You do get over it. You have because you can't please everyone. You're not going to. You're just not.
Right.
And that's all I say. Just if you want to write it because writing is hard. You have to be dedicated to do that. I mean,
Mhm.
it's hard. Like my daughter says, I could never do that. I could never write a book. I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
I have the patience. I can sit down and do it, and then I get tired of it. But you have to, if you're going to write it, just write it. Don't be afraid to, don't be afraid.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to write, but it's just so hard because I have two kids, like
Yeah.
3 and under. So I'm just like, I don't know how most people does it that have, like the same age as my kids and they like put out books. I'm like, I don't know how you guys do this. Like I'm like struggling trying to think and like figure out what to write. And then of course trying to, and I'm working full time. I'm working every day. I only have just Saturday and Sunday off. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like I just can't sit down because all I want to do is just rest and
Yeah.
probably read like a couple of chapters in a book and then go to bed. Like
Yeah. Yeah. It's not easy. It's really hard. And editing, I mean, to pay an editor, you're looking at about $6,000 to $7,000 to pay a professional editor if they're going through the whole thing. I mean, I did all of it, and to write, you have to have quiet. It's true, and that's why I didn't write when I was younger because I had little kids. I used to sit and then again, I'm 61, I'm not young anymore. I'm there, I had to write it like on a pad in a
Mhm.
typewriter. You know how hard that is?
Mhm.
Typing like this on that thing.
Yes.
I tell you, it's so much easier to write a book now with all the stuff they have, the cool
Mhm.
technology. It's so much easier to do it. But, I think if you really want to do it when you're older and the kids are bigger, you'll be able to do it. No. You do. And then trying to stay on track is tough too because you want to keep it, the pacing going and you don't want to be all over the map like, oh, he loves it, he doesn't, he does, he loves her and all this other stuff and you're like all dizzy and stuff. That's a hard part of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you write, Kat? Do you write too?
I used to. I have not written in a long time. It is
Yeah.
something that I want to start doing again.
Yeah.
I used to write stories I have notebooks upon notebooks upon notebooks because I'm old school like that.
Yeah.
Of just different stories that I wrote when I was in high school, college.
Yeah.
I've not written since then though, but I want to.
Yeah. I haven't written since then. What am I? I hadn't written before this in 30 years.
Yeah.
I used to write poems and, all stuff like that. I could do that. I have a book of poems but I just didn't. And then I just woke up one day and after that book I read, I don't know what the heck it was, but I was like, I'm just going to write my own. I'm going to write my own book. It's fun to write your own book because you can write whatever you want.
Yeah.
Not that you would like it yourself, because I'm going to tell you, you get sick of looking at your own book after a while when you look at it
Sure.
150 times. My God. I'm like, I don't even want to look at this. Let me put this away, please. I can't get it for another 5 minutes, please. No.
Yeah.
But it's good to look back on it, and it's nice to accomplish it. Even if it never went anywhere. I mean, you have a nice book. You wrote it, you published it, and you get to put it on your little bookshelf, right?
Something to be proud of.
Yeah. My husband
Takes a lot of work.
please, the people at the post office, they got my books. They love them. Did you finish your book yet? My husband brings them over there and all the ladies are reading the books and I'm just laughing. He's like, yes, my wife is a published author. I'm like, yeah. I'm a published author.
He's so proud. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. He makes me laugh sometimes. I'm like, get out of here.
We love a supportive hubby. That's
awesome. Definitely. Yeah. And again, you have to have the time to write too. And I'm lucky because, I'm home a lot. I have my own business, so I can just come and go as I want, which is good.
Yeah.
So that helps when you're working full time.
Yeah.
It's fun. You'll get a book out in 5 years if you're doing it on a Saturday. Believe me, it takes that long.
Yeah.
It's super hard. So like I said, I'm working from like noon till basically 8, 9 o'clock or whenever I finish my 8-hour shift. And basically like, then after that I have to wait for my husband to be done with work. 'Cause we only have one vehicle. So, and then he's done and then come home, deal with the kids, either make dinner. And it's just like overwhelming. So I'm just like,
just kick back, relax and read. It's easier. It's better, right? It is. Yeah. Definitely.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so if your books were to become movies, who would you cast as your characters, as your main characters?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Who could I cast Atlas as? I don't know. Jeez, all the guys I know now are older. Let me see. Who's young and good looking? Give me some hints over here because I don't know. I don't know. Probably Margot Robbie. Oh, is that her name? Margot Robbie. She would be great as Caitlin because she's a good actor. I just watched Witherton Heights. Did you see that?
I have not watched it yet, but I've heard it's nice.
Cry. I'm going to tell you, get the tissues because I never saw the original. I was bawling like a baby over here, and I'm like by myself, crying my eyes out, and I'm like, what is going on? It was really good. I loved it. I thought it was great. You'll probably like it. It's good. If you like to be emotional, watch it. Really watch it. I would have her as the main character, and I don't know who would be a bad boy for Atlas. I don't know. Who's young? I don't know any of the youngers. I don't know.
Who could pull off that dark?
Antonio Banderas could have did that maybe 30 years ago, but I'm thinking like he's really old now.
He probably couldn't pull that off now.
Not now. No, he couldn't. I don't really know any really young actors like that, with that probably around 30.
Yeah, I would say around late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
That range.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know. They'd have to pick it because I couldn't even help them. I wouldn't be able to do it. If they said to me, we want to make your books into movies, who do you want to play the character? I'm like, I don't know, you pick them. I couldn't tell you.
Let me watch the auditions. And then
exactly. That would be it. Because I honestly, I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't, and so I really don't know any youngers. But I think she'd be a good Caitlin. She's a good actress.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that one. I think she's good.
She would be good. And Nicole Kidman's good too, but she's too old now. She's she couldn't play that part. Oh, wait a minute, The Housemaid too. Who was that girl that played in The Housemaid? Oh, the blonde one, the one that was playing the psycho wife, Amanda Freed. What?
Yes, Amanda Seyfried,
something like that.
Yeah,
she's a good actress too. She's really good. She did really good in that. that one. Did you see that movie too?
I have
I
not
never read
watched
the book.
that
I couldn't
one.
get into it. I could
I
not get into it.
I can't get into those books either. I've tried reading her books. I
I
just
couldn't do it. I couldn't get into it,
not
but the movie
not for me.
is really good. The
Was
movie is
it?
good.
I've heard the movie's really good.
It was good. I watched it 3 times already. How pathetic is that? I
Dang,
watched it. I keep telling everybody that comes over, let's watch The
let's
Housemaid.
watch it.
It's really good.
Well,
It's really
Where
good
is
because it
it?
has a good surprise twist to it, and it's good.
Where is it? Where is it like streaming on?
It's streaming on. I think I got it on Netflix, and now it's all over. I think it's on Stars, Paramount, not Prime. I think Prime too.
yeah.
If
I
you
think
have
it's been
Prime,
out
look
long
it up
enough that it's
there, and
on.
it'll show you where it's streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought it when it came out because I couldn't
I
wait
might
to
watch
see it.
that tonight.
Yeah, it was good. I will say it. I'm not a big fan of the books, but that was a good movie. It's a
Yeah.
really good movie. Yeah, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, you will like it.
I have a hard time with her books, and it's probably just because
What you like, yeah.
it's just not my cup of tea. It's just not
No, me
something.
either. I tried getting into it. I had put it in my library. I couldn't do it.
You would probably like them, Alicia, because
I like thriller.
yeah,
Yeah.
you like
Yeah,
more
and
of
and it's funny
that
because
genre.
I actually added it to like my wish list. So I was like,
Mhm.
I want to, get it as like, the physical books. Because I always like to read the books before the movie, before I watch the
Yeah.
movie, kind of
Oh
see
yeah.
the comparison of it. But yeah, no. So if it's like, it's probably gonna be a while till I get the book, so I'm just gonna probably watch the movie instead and be like, okay.
The movie's good. It is good. I push it on everybody that comes in this house. I'm like, want to watch a movie? Let's go.
Let's watch
We're gonna watch Housemaid again. My husband's
You're gonna be
Like,
quoting it here soon.
I know. He even liked it. My
last
husband
night.
actually liked the movie, and that's saying something. He did like it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I ordered groceries last night and I didn't think to put popcorn on it. I'm like, dang it. Usually I only make popcorn when my kids goes to sleep.
Uh-huh.
Can't have it. So I'm just like, oh, dang it. So now I was like thinking like, oh, that's something that I can like watch tonight while they're sleeping early. And yeah, I don't have popcorn.
Oh, get some Cheetos. You'll be all set.
Yeah.
I can
Right.
do those.
We have no good snacks.
I'm trying to like limit the budget for groceries.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
The good snacks are too expensive.
Yeah, they are. It's crazy. It's nuts. I can't even believe like mayonnaise is $8 for a jar this big. I couldn't even believe
Is it
it.
really?
This little jar. Yes. Well, I live up in north in the East Coast. Up north.
Oh,
Very expensive up
a
here.
little bit
Like,
more expensive on the East Coast. Yeah.
it's crazy. I don't understand. We live close to Boston.
Yeah.
We have Boston rents. I'm in Rhode Island. Like Boston, we're not Boston or New York. You can't
Right.
even get a closet in New York for $4,000.
Mm-mm.
It's crazy. I'm like, you people are nuts to live over there. That's nuts. I would never do it. Never.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
Well, I'm in the good middle of the country.
How was it there? Not too bad?
It's not too bad. Gas is about to be $4 a gallon, and that's rough for us around here. That's not
Yep.
not normal. So it's a little rough with that. But I know, like you guys on the East Coast have it
Yeah.
way worse.
It is. Our daughter just moved back up here from North Carolina, but I gave her a job in the company, so she's doing okay there. But she need help with the baby because she has no family down there.
Mhm.
And so she came up here because she just needed help and she just didn't
Yeah.
have it. And she's like, oh my God, she's looking at a house and she's like, my God, this house, 700,000. I'm like, you're
Yeah.
crazy. You can't afford that. That's nuts.
Yeah.
$700,000 for a house.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I paid $250,000 for my house.
Yeah.
And that was like just before COVID hit. Well, no, I'm sorry, 206 I paid. I paid 206 for it. Now it's worth like 485. I'm like, how is that even possible? Seriously, come on.
That's
House worth 485.
it's
Yeah,
nuts.
it's crazy. It is crazy. I don't know how people make it. I don't. It's sad. It's
No.
bad. But
It's nuts. We've been looking at houses here around the area here for nothing extravagant. Like
uh-huh.
I want a basement because we live in Tornado Alley. Like that's
Oh.
my only like hard not
I'm
budget.
petrified of
Like,
tornadoes. I could never.
yeah.
Oh,
Like that's my hard must have. I'm not budging
yeah.
because I'm terrified of them. We
Yes.
have a basement and we need 4 bedrooms
Uh-huh.
because there's 3 of us.
Uh-huh.
And then I need an office for all of it, like the podcast stuff that we do. Like I need a quiet space for that, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't find anything under $450,000. Nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's
that's like
so
a $3,000 a month house payment. Are
yeah,
you kidding me? Like
it's a
that's
lot. It's
who
crazy.
can afford that?
People can't even afford to get books. Can't even
No.
afford to buy books. It's crazy. I mean, the books are crazy too. I'm
I know.
trying to make mine affordable, but it costs so much to print
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Nine
You can't.
dollars for printing this. Like, no, 11 for this to print.
Yeah.
All right. I don't make any
You
money
have to be
on
able
this.
to
I
make
just
money
give it
off of
away. I'm
it.
like, here you go, we can have it. It's crazy. Yeah, you can't do it. It's nuts. And it's pretty bad. Like I put gas in my car the other day. I have an SUV. It was $95.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this is so
That's
crazy.
what our truck is. We have a truck and an SUV, and
Yeah.
mine cost me $60, and I about had a heart attack.
I don't know how
And
people have kids and afford them. I don't. You have to make $200,000 a year seriously to live
Yeah.
comfortably in this
100%,
country. Yeah,
a hundred
in this
percent.
country. At least 200, and that's just to live comfortably. I mean,
Right.
to go bowling and do fun things, but
Mhm.
people are struggling and it's just so sad,
It
like
is sad.
people can't afford to do anything and it's bad. It's really
Yeah.
bad.
Be knocking on Canada's door and be like, "Can I move my kids here?"
Canada's actually even a lot expensive, I
It
know someone
is.
who lives there.
Okay, well then I'm going to the
Uh,
UK.
Yeah. Oh, the UK is even worse. You don't even want to go there. Trust me.
I'm just gonna go to a
Research it before you go there. I have a friend that comes from the UK. She came here.
Yeah.
She's a nurse and she won't go back there. She's like, no way, I'm staying here.
Oh
Mhm.
wow. I'm just gonna go to a different planet.
Every single country has a problem. All of
Oh,
us,
yeah.
every one of them has their own issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, hopefully things will get better. Hopefully.
Oh, I
I
really
hope so.
well, it's just
One
getting
day.
It will. I mean, you weren't around in the 70s when the house crashed, then I was. And it was crazy. It was 14% interest on a house. The whole housing
Yeah.
market crashed. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, I've seen this over and over and over all the years. I mean, I'm older. It's all the same thing. Everything, nothing changes. It just repeats itself if you pay
Yep.
attention. And even it's very expensive now, but it was expensive then because you made $2 an hour and your rent was $400 a month and you
Right.
still couldn't make ends meet. It's never stops. It never
Yeah.
does. It's sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good system they got there. But I'll stop now.
Yeah.
I'll stop right
I
now.
could talk about that forever.
I know. I got to watch what I say. So
Okay. Do you have any plans for an audiobook?
I do. Okay. So I want to get an audio. I looked into audio and it's kind of expensive for audio. Audio is expensive. That's why they come out last.
Mm-hmm.
And I need two narrators at least for my audio. I don't want one person doing both. Is this my screen or your screen? That's all pale over here. Can you see me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. It looks dark. Maybe I'm running out of battery. I don't know. I'll have to plug it in. But yeah, I'm definitely going to look into audio. I looked into it already. Now there's different ways like Spotify and stuff like that. I looked at Audible.
Yeah.
So I definitely down the road want to put audio out because I have gotten a lot of responses for that. Like, are you going to do audio? And I would like to do that. So sometime down the road, I will do that. It's a lot more expensive for the audio though. It's, thousands and like at least 10 grand to make one audio book because you have to pay the narrators,
Yeah.
the actors. And I'm not going to narrate it. No thanks. I
Right.
get too nasally. I'm all set with that. I don't do good with that. No.
A lot of people do like the Kickstarters to help raise funds for audiobooks just because they are so expensive.
Okay.
I think they do like what GoFundMe's and
GoFundMe's or Kickstarters are usually what I see that go around, especially
Oh,
for
really?
indie authors
Oh, I didn't
that
know
aren't like
that.
traditionally published. So you should look into like a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter.
Mhm.
Or yeah, look, narrators will sometimes allow payment plans. Just kind of depends.
Right.
Uh, and I know there's a lot of like Blue Nose Publishing. They do a lot of indie books as well.
Oh, okay.
Um, them and I think Podium is the other one
I think so,
that
yeah.
does a lot of indie books. So I would imagine that they have tiers, if you will.
Right.
Because Blue Nose works. I don't know if I've ever seen like Pink Flamingo. There you go, Pink Flamingo. I knew it started with a P. Um, I I don't know if I've ever seen any like trad published authors
Mhm.
on Blue Nose. I feel like it's mostly indie.
Is it?
Mm.
I'll have to look into it and just see what it's about. Because I need narrators. I want good narrators too. I don't. I mean, I've listened to audio when some of these people had tarot, like my book. I like The Wolf and the Dove. It was a British lady. I couldn't even understand what she was saying.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even get into it. And she was making man voices like, and then he went to do. I'm like, oh my god! And this is a trad from Avon, and
Yeah.
you literally put this out like this. That's sad. And I couldn't even listen to it. I was
That's
so aggravated with that. I was like, I
yeah.
can't listen to this. Yeah, it was bad.
That's why I like the duet narration where the male reads all the male parts, the female reads all the
Yes. You
female parts.
definitely need a duet. They can I've listened to, like, again, I told you I listened to some of the books. I couldn't get into the listening, but I
Yeah.
did listen to where, it was two narrators and they would just kind of change their voice a little for the other
Yes.
female or male characters,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
wasn't too bad, but you can't have one narrator if you
Mhm.
have two people in the book. It doesn't sound right. I don't
No.
think it does. I don't like that. No.
No.
I
May I
love the
recommend
female.
Corbin King for Atlas?
Yeah, Corbin King, I heard about that. I went on a live with Mama D. I don't know if you guys know who
Yeah.
Mama D
Mama
is.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I went on there with her and there was a guy who does it and I got to ask her who it is because I can't remember, but he had a really good voice. And he was doing the voice there and it was really good. I'm going to ask her. He does a lot of that stuff. The only thing is I don't know how to produce it. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. They
That's why you
say,
you got to get with like Blue Nose because they'll
okay,
end up producing it. And a
yeah,
lot of the narrators, some of them do their own
yeah,
like editing and like all that stuff.
yeah,
I feel like Corbin does a lot of that because he talks about it on his lives. Joe Arden would probably be a good one for Atlas as well. Like
yeah,
Joe Arden
So
plays,
he would be a good one for Atlas, or probably like maybe Hector,
yeah,
because what you saying that Hector was like very mean.
yeah,
yeah.
he's really mean.
Joe Arden's good at that.
Joe Arden is like that type of person that kind of like a psycho-ish in a way, but he's
Mhm.
like that angry type person.
Oh, I'll
And
have to take these
he would
notes
fit
down.
Hector very well.
He does Unhinged real well.
Does
Joe
he?
Arden.
Okay.
Oh
And
yeah.
even Spice too, I hope, because it's
Oh yeah.
spicy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Chef Kiss.
Yeah, if you want any recommendations on either of those, just please let me know. I
I
have
will
a
definitely let you
plethora
know
for
because
you.
I'm not writing anything down because I don't have a piece of
That's fine.
paper in front of me, but I definitely want to do it because I
Yeah,
definitely want to get it out on audio because I have
yeah,
gotten a lot of people that asked about it.
yeah.
They're
I can
like,
send you some info.
Definitely be on that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they got a great voice and stuff, I think because that makes a difference. I don't want to just put any voice on it because I mean, I screwed up in the beginning of it with the manuscript. I don't want to mess up with the voices. So, I want it to at
Yeah,
least, be worth listening to. So,
yeah. We got you. Don't you worry.
okay.
We'll get you, and I can give you some female recommendations too. I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely. Because when I'm ready to do it, because when I do it, I'm gonna do it for all three books. When
Yeah,
my next one comes out too, I don't mind even using the same people. It doesn't matter to me.
yep,
As long as it's good, I will definitely do that. Because once I don't like a lot of change. Once I like something, I'll stick with it.
yeah,
Because I'm not one to hop all over the place. I can't do that. I get too jittery. I'm like, "Oh, I
yeah,
don't like that. I even write a weird way and people look at me, that's how you write? Yeah, I do. I don't put pins up and, big boards and write stuff down. I can't do that. It confuses me. It's really strange, but
yeah.
I just
Right.
can't. My little notebook is this big and that's about it.
Love that.
About it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're writing a mafia book right
I
now.
am.
When are you expecting that to come out?
Okay, well, it was supposed to come out in April,
Whoops,
but I had to push it. So
that's okay.
I'm hoping to get it done probably in another month. It's going to take me about that long. I'm on the really good parts right now, which is the darkest parts.
Yep.
And because the baby and our daughter came up here and stuff, it kind of pushed me back a little bit.
Yeah.
So now I was actually editing it before I even came on here around 9 o'clock. But I definitely, I just have to get it done because I just have to sit down and do it.
Yeah.
So that should be out pretty soon. I'm going to send them out to the betas. I do have a lot of beta readers that are
Yeah.
interested in it. I got lucky with that. I don't know. Everybody wanted to read the book, so I did get very lucky. I sent it to someone who did read it. She read it as it was,
Mhm.
and she loved it. She was like, "Oh my god, I loved it." I said, "So you did," and it had all kinds of mistakes in it. I said, "All right, perfect. So let me fix all those mistakes, and then I want to get it out." I mean, it's a slow burn. It's
Yeah.
not, it's very, it's going to be, this is a little bit different than the one I'm writing. It's not as, I don't think it's going to be this spice in it, but not as much.
Mhm.
But there is going to, it's going to be this violence in it. And, I made it a little less dark. I make it dark, but not as dark,
Mhm.
because it's a slow burn, and I don't know why I did that, but I just did. It just went that way for me, and
Yeah.
he's still Doc. His name is Dominic. I had to go look for
Ooh.
names. I'm like, okay, what's a good Italian mafia name? I got
Yep.
Dominic and Pasquale and Anthony and what's
Yep.
her name? Lena and and Genevieve and
Yep.
Giovanni. All these names. So it's good. I mean, I think it'll be a good story. We'll see what happens, but it should be out soon. I put excerpts out. I'll stop promoting it before it's ready to come out.
Yeah.
And I put like some parts of the chapters out, and on all of my social medias. I don't do it so much on Facebook, but I do it on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram,
Yeah.
I put a lot of stuff on there. I don't know why I should do more on Facebook, but I don't. I have more of a following on these two, TikTok especially, and Instagram's getting up there. So but
Yeah.
yeah, it should be done in about a month. I
Cool.
I
Nice.
guess we'll
I'm excited to read it.
I know I can't promise though. I don't want to tell everybody. Well, everybody's saying, can we pre-order? I said, listen, if I pre-order this on Amazon and it isn't done, I'm going to get my account will be suspended. So I can't give you a pre-order because I can't promise you. Because again, it's not my job. Like it's not where I'm making money, and it's not, it's
Right.
not my career. So I have
Right.
to do it in my spare time, which
Yeah.
I do.
You got to go at your pace.
hmm hmm
Okay. Do you attend any book events this year or next year?
I did no, I didn't. I have not. It's hard for me to get away because of the businesses.
Mhm.
Because Mama D had asked me, "You going to come out to?" I forgot what book event it was. I know they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe down the road. I actually have a mobile home. It would be perfect for me to travel the whole country in that thing.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
I do. I have a mobile home, and I go to Florida every year, and me and my husband. But the problem is, there's a lot going on here,
Yeah.
and it's hard for me to get away, because even though I don't go into the office as much, I still have to run it and
Yeah.
delegate, and do the consulting for it. So it's hard for me to get around. Maybe someday I'll look into maybe Barnes and Noble. We'll see what happens. I have a couple of them over here, but I think you have to go with like a traditional publisher because there's so many books that you would
Yeah.
send. I mean, there's so many Barnes and Nobles around, but I think I'm gonna put it. I only have my books on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna change that and do it online, like Barnes and Noble and a bunch of other places, and then I'm gonna make them available on my website once I get my butt onto that website and put it
Yeah.
there. And so it'll be a little more diverse so people can get it, because they keep asking me, is there any other way besides Amazon to get it?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, unless you ask me directly, and I can order a bunch of them and I might at cost because it's a lot cheaper for me to do that. And then I could just send them out and ship them out because it's cheap for me to do that too. So I do a commercial. So
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of my indie author friends, when they sell them from their own websites,
yeah,
they they'll do like the special editions or signed ones
yep,
and stuff like that because
hmm
like that's why a lot of people go to the book events like
right.
the
They want them signed.
because
hmm
then they can meet the authors, they can get them signed,
Right.
all that stuff. So I think having that option, I
Yeah.
think just be careful though if you do them on your own website because I have heard that if you have ebooks on
Oh, I
Kindle,
won't. Yeah, I won't do
you
that.
can't have them on your own
No,
website.
Amazon owns my ebook because it's on
Yeah,
KU right now,
yeah.
unless I pull out a KU. But I
Right. You'd have to
stayed in
pull out a
KU because
KU to
I'm,
sell them
yeah,
exclusively on your site.
right. Amazon's, yeah, they don't let you do that because they want your ebook. That's
Yeah.
for damn sure. They love your ebooks. But yeah, the ebook too. And I figured I would sell more ebooks, and I actually sell more books.
That's
And you know
because
what? Let
people
me,
want the trophy books. Like people
yeah,
like,
isn't that crazy? I sell more books than ebooks, and the ebooks are cheaper.
yeah,
And let me tell you what Amazon, you know what most of publishers get on Amazon for a book? Probably $1.87
yeah,
as a profit. Is that
not a
crazy?
lot.
After all of that, it's nuts. I'm like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Yep. A big old $1.87. Woo woo. And I retire on that, right? I said, this is gonna be a better way for me to sell them. At
Don't
least make
spend it all
$2.
in one place.
Exactly. Yeah. I just haven't had the time to do it but I'm gonna once I finish the third book, I can do it. I'll look into it more,
Yeah.
and then I'll start my fourth one because I have a fourth one coming too. So probably the Becker and Jacob one. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I'm excited. I can't wait to read them all.
I know. I can't write them fast enough though. It's like, oh, a lot of these authors have 20, 30 books, and I'm like,
Yeah.
by the time I get 20 or 30 books, I'll be 85 years old. I'll be all done.
Look, if you're still writing that spicy stuff when you are 85 years old, girl, I will read it. 100%.
With my little hand like this, I
I
have to
know.
try to do the thing like that or type with my arthritis. I'm good.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get my bookshelf this weekend. Or not this weekend, but whenever the hub comes back from being out of town, he said that he was going to get me a bookshelf for Mother's Day.
Oh,
Since
nice.
all my books are just basically just sitting on the kitchen island right now, just
Uh-huh.
stacking up, just as is. So I'm just like, well, we kind of need our kitchen island so that way we can cook and stuff. So
Yeah.
so he was like, well, when I get back home from being out of town, we'll go to Target and get you a bookshelf so that way you can put all your books on there. And I was like, bet, sounds good.
Nice.
That way I can put the box with the books.
Right over there. I know. It's a good box. It's a good decorative box.
It is, it definitely
Yeah.
is, and I love it. So it's going up on the bookshelf as well, so as decoration for it. So
Good.
yeah, I'm so excited. And then when the next one comes out, and I'll get that one and put that one up there as well too. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, a lot of people like that. They like the bookshelves, and I see a lot of influences. Like big ones. I go by their pages. They got all these books in the background. I don't know if that's like green screen or what. I'm like, well, how many? There's like thousands of books back there. I don't even fit all those books up there.
I've seen that too, and I'm just like, how do you even afford all of those?
Well, they get paid big bucks. They get paid a lot of money. Those big influencers, they get paid good money. They do.
Yeah.
They actually get paid by authors to promote their books. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them do.
Yep, they do. Yep. Some people make good money.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I need to sit on my couch and just
Yeah.
I don't even have a
Just
couch.
stay
So I
there.
have to go sit on the bed. So I'm hoping
Yeah.
that we can get a couch soon.
Yeah.
One day. I want one of those cloud type couches.
Yes.
Those fluffy, like soft cloud couches. So I'm probably, whenever I have extra money, I'm probably just gonna order it off a TikTok shop.
They have them on TikTok shop. They have those type of couches. They're like a corduroy type.
Yes.
Corduroy, you never see that? The corduroy couches?
Yeah. So
I
I
haven't
was like,
seen it.
okay, I really want one of those because one, they're just foam, they're easy, and the kids,
Yep.
they can climb on it, they can jump off it, whatever they want to do. It's still soft, it's comfortable. So, and it's probably easy to move as well too. Ease.
It doesn't weigh a lot.
Right. So yeah, so whenever I have extra money, I'm just gonna order one off of there and just use it as a couch.
I love TikTok shop. I have so much. I have like Temu shit from TikTok shop. I got these little things,
Right?
This little, I don't know, it's a little bookshelf. It's cute. And it has my little books in it. I had to glue the door shut because my books kept falling out and it kept opening. So I glued that shut. I got a little sewing machine that sings. I'm on TikTok shop all the time. I bought like bath soaps and all kinds of. My husband's like, why are you buying this stuff? All these weird things. I like it. I love it. I do like TikTok shop.
I got these from the TikTok shop.
Oh, cool.
Grabby. I'm a pen snob.
Oh.
These came in like, I don't know, 30 different colors.
Oh, nice. I had the coloring. I bought those gel pens because I like to do the adult coloring.
Yeah.
And I got bored with that, and I gave all the coloring books away to my daughter. And I'm like, yeah, you can take them. I'm sick of doing this. But because, after writing and typing, I don't feel like sitting there. I used to like to color. I don't even like to do that anymore. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, I can't. I used to too, but then like my hand started cramping. And then after that, the kids, I'm just, you know what? Go color. Just don't color on my walls.
Yeah. Yep. But I am a TikTok shop I love it. I love it.
I spend way too much time on TikTok.
Yeah, I have to.
That and Amazon. My God. Every day is Amazon. Every day.
Yes. Amazon, I'm on there almost like every day. And I'm like, I gotta stop.
Same.
It is bad. Everything. And I always go on Amazon for most stuff too. I'm just used to it. I've been doing it for 10 years,
Yeah.
Just like, oh, Amazon, because we get same day delivery a lot here,
Yeah.
And I like Walmart Express too. That's another one. They're right around the corner. I love it.
I do that one too.
Yeah, I
That
need to live.
wow.
I need to not live in the boonies anymore. I literally
You
live
don't
in the
have a
boonies
Walmart
now.
close to you?
It's 15 minutes away, which I guess is close. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't get same day delivery for anything. Walmart just started delivering out to my
Uh-huh.
house, but
Uh-huh.
they charge me a long distance fee. So I
Oh
have
my goodness.
to pay an extra $20 for them to come deliver to my house.
Oh, that's nuts. I love my express delivery. It's here in 30 minutes.
Frustrating. Oh,
I know.
it could never be here. It takes 20 minutes just to drive from there to here.
Oh God.
So I could
Wow.
never get an express delivery.
I got my daughter hooked on it too. That and she likes to DoorDash. I can't afford DoorDash. I'm like, get out of it. They are no way.
DoorDash every once in a while, like when I don't feel like cooking or
Yeah.
if I didn't make food, for us to take for lunch the next day.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, oh, okay, we're just gonna DoorDash. But we ended up, having like the DoorDash, like the Dash Pass, just so
Oh
that.
yeah.
And
I don't do it enough to get a Dash Pass. But I'm telling you, it's expensive. I'm on there buying Chinese food, and
Mm-hmm.
if you go to Chinese the place, it's $8, and you go to DoorDash, it's $15 for freaking
Yep.
beef teriyaki. My
Yep.
my bill for like 5 things is $999. I'm like, what is
Yep.
going on here? Like $90. That's crazy.
expensive on DoorDash. And it's like when you
Yep.
go to an actual restaurant, it's like, okay, well, this is only $5, $10, whatever, and then on
Yeah.
DoorDash it's more expensive. And I'm like,
Yeah, and then you got to tip them, and if you don't get a good tip, you don't get your food.
Right.
It comes 4 hours later. It's all cold and hard. No, I'm good.
Yeah. You're literally paying for convenience. That's what you're
it's
which
Yeah, yeah.
which is,
It's good.
I just got the DoorDash pass, whatever that's called,
Yeah.
because my son does competition dance. So it saved us some money staying in hotels and
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep.
not having to venture out at night
Yeah.
because I'm
In
usually by
places you don't
myself
know.
in places I don't know because
Right.
I'm a
Exactly.
big baby when it comes to that. If my husband's not with me, I'm not venturing out at night. Like it's
No, I don't blame you.
not in a strange place. Like here, sure, because I live here, I'm
Right.
comfortable here, but not in strange cities that I don't know. So we DoorDash a lot on competition trips.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, for that reason alone, it was worth it.
Yeah.
But it's still super expensive.
usually the husband's always ended up buying. So I was like, are you buying? Okay, good.
Mhm.
It's like, you got the money. Okay, good. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not spending any money on DoorDash unless it's just me and the kids. So I just get like one big thing, and then me and the kid just share.
Yeah.
Share it because I don't want to spend an extra $20 for their food, and then basically just like almost spend like $50 just for mine and the kids' food. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no.
That's a lot of food. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a
It
lot of
is.
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
It's nice when they're little like that because they don't eat full meals yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine are starting to get to the full meal stage. So
Uh-huh.
we're about out of being able to share food.
Oh, okay.
I'm sad. That's just gonna make my food bill go.
Yeah, 'cause
Goes
usually
by fast.
we have this place called what is it? Alvarado's. It's like
Mhm.
a Mexican food joint. And I usually get like the super fried, which is like a steak fries.
Mhm.
And so it's like fries and steak, guacamole, or yeah,
Mhm.
guac, sour cream, bean, cheese, and they also have like pico de gallo on it as well too. But I usually have them take out the pico because I don't like that on it. For some reason, I like it with just chips and stuff, but I just don't like it on that. So usually I get that, and then I share with the kids, and the kids eat, like small pieces out of it, and then Zalen's always like, "Mama, more." I was like, "Okay, okay, okay." So then I have to like share, give him bites, and then my youngest as well too, giving him bites, and then sometimes he'll be like, and then he'll just go and like play or lay down or whatever. I'm like, "Okay, you're done." So
Yeah. When they're little, they don't eat a lot. Our little 2-year-old granddaughter does not eat. She runs all over the place. She doesn't eat nothing. And then she wants to eat at 10 o'clock at night. Like, get out of here now. I'm not used to this. Like,
Right.
I knew how to schedule, sit down. I don't know. They're all over like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. No, she's screaming. Feed her at 4, you know. But, yeah, I don't know. Got to put your kids on a schedule, I guess. I don't know. But little kids don't eat a lot.
I did that. And so, but my oldest, he's only 3, but he's autistic. So he's like constantly snacking all the time.
Yeah. That's what she does. She loves snacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but like he had dinner I made dinner early, just so that way they can take a bath, go to bed early, so that way I can be on here early. And so I made dinner early. He ate like 3 plates of that, and
Uh-huh.
then shortly after that, I was filling up his brother's bottle with milk, and he came to the fridge and was like going like this. I was like, dude, get out of this fridge! Like you did
Yeah.
not be in here. He was like, I was like, what? A hot dog? Yeah. Yes. He's like, oh my god. I was like, okay, here, take this last one because it's already like the last one inside the pack. And I was like, okay, take your hot dog and go lay down. And then after that, right before he fell asleep, he kept wanting me to like. I guess he wanted a banana, and I was like, no, I don't. No, because you're gonna be up and you're gonna be hyper because banana has so much, sugar in it. So yeah, he was like, "Oh, mama apple, mama apple." I was like, "Okay, well, go get it." And then that's when he ended up falling asleep with an apple in his hand.
What is the apple in his hand?
Oh,
Usually, he falls asleep with food in his hand. Like he fell asleep with the pizza on his chest. He fell asleep with the hamburger like in his hand from McDonald's. Like he was eating it, and then after that, like he finished eating it out of his mouth, but then he fell asleep with the burger in his hand. I'm just like, oh my god, my child.
it's just emotional support food.
It
Fine.
is.
It's fine. I love it. Okay, well, I know you're an hour ahead of us, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't wanna
Is it
keep you on
9:30?
too
Yeah,
late.
it's 10:30. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't wanna keep you on too late,
Okay.
but we're happy to hang out with you if you want to keep chatting about whatever, but if you don't, we're also okay with that.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna hit my hat. I'm gonna hit the hay soon anyway because I
Yeah.
get up early. I'm an early bird riser.
Yeah.
We're up at 5, and my husband gets up at 4:30. He walks.
Oh,
I don't because I'm too lazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's like, "Why don't you come walk?" And I'm like, "I don't feel like it."
no, thank you.
You need to come walk, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want
Yes.
to."
I'm good.
I'm good with that.
I
But it was
figured.
good chatting with you.
Yes,
And,
thank you so much for coming on and hanging with us. I loved it.
yeah.
I'm so excited to read all your other books. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, the Mafia one should be done in about a month, hopefully, and I'll let everybody know when it's done. I usually
Yeah.
promote them,
Cool.
and that'll be that. But yeah, it was great talking to you guys and
Yeah.
ladies, I should say.
And I'll
Oh, and
send
I
you.
hear a baby crying.
Gotta love it. Mine are
Oh,
quiet, so
yeah.
hopefully they're asleep. But I'll send you info what I know about all
Yes,
the audio stuff, so you
that would be
can
great. That would be great.
look into that and see if that is doable for you.
Yes,
Awesome.
definitely. That would be great because I get a lot of people that want the audio. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to trying to get that out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would
Well, we'll try to help as much as we can.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for
Awesome.
having me on.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yep. Good night. Bye.
See ya.
Somebody who needs to go to bed is late.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He turned his head. He's like, get out of
He's
here.
like, oh, don't tell me.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.